My sense of humor. I'm not sure where it's bound, or why it up and left me, where I wanted laughter to be found. I've lost my sense of humor. I wished it was my sense of smell. Without humor, all the world smells rancid. I'm suffocating on this putrid scent of hell. I've lost my sense of humor. I'd rather lose my eyes. Now all I see is darkness. Nothing comes as a surprise. Lost my sense of humor. I'd exchange it for my taste. So flavorless has life become. Pineapple curry might as well be wheat paste. I've lost my sense of humor. I thought I left it at the park, swinging in the sunshine, but returned to grounds cold and dark. I lost my sense of humor. Perhaps it's died from neglect. In forgetting to feed it, it sought greener pastures, I suspect. I've lost my sense of humor, so sought its family for support. Sarcasm said it's the end of the world. Go build a pillow fort. Still without my sense of humor, satire chimed in too, saying, the world's not fit for laughter. It's a funny thing you lose. But unwilling to accept this loss, the puns piped up next. They told me to go shuck myself. It's so corny. I'm perplexed. I then turned to the jokester, wild, witty wordsmith of surprise. He shocked me with a point of view that turned all misery aside. I lost my sense of humor, or so I did believe. Yet from this fort of pillows, I'm not sure it's something that could really leave. Did I lose my sense of humor? a muscle I need to flex. A relationship, like with a puppy, always ready to play fetch. I feel my sense of humor can't be far away. Perhaps I'll ease my worry in finding friends who want to play.
You know, I think we do have some friends here today. We actually have a lot of friends. Thank you all for coming, first off. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you all for coming. We couldn't do this without you. It's a community-based workshop. We started this journey 7 weeks ago.
7 weeks ago.
7 weeks ago. This is all possible through a grant. We want to give it up first to the Rural Institute on the University of Montana campus. They offered a grant, and it was a community grant for people with or without disabilities to work together, and arts was generally an idea that we brainstormed around and came up with this collaboration between A Paper Crane Company, which I work for, Homegrown Comedy, which John does, Summit Independent Living Center. Yes, exactly. Yeah, let's give it up for all those organizations. They're all brilliant. And we all get to work together at this new space that we created last February, which a lot of you have been to, called Base. Has anyone been to Base? Yes. We'll keep talking about it as we go on throughout the night, but Base is a collaborative space between all three of those groups, and we decided to do a workshop. A lot of young people and some people in transitions out of school. And we offered a sampling of a lot of different forms that you'll all, see all of tonight. We started with improvisation, which is the foundation of a lot of work that we do at Base. We improvise in life. You're not handed a script when you get out of bed in the morning. You don't know what's going to happen during the day, or at least I'm not. I don't know if anyone out there. Actually, maybe you guys do get scripts. I'm really jealous if you got a script this morning and knew what to do throughout the day. But that doesn't happen most of the time. You know, we have to roll with the punches and figure out on the fly what's going to happen. So in practicing that improvisation at Base, we've had a lot of success with being able to... What, John? What am I trying to say right now?
He's scatterbrained. That's what you got to realize. And basically what we did is, what we started to say is we offered basically a spotlight on all 4 topics. One of them was improv, the other was stand-up comedy, poetry, and sketch comedy. So you get to see all the sketches tonight were written by the people in the workshop, as well as all their stand-up and poetry. So let's get ready to have a good time.
Yeah!
Go check it out.
I want to also thank we have a business sponsor, Montgomery Distillery. Please give it up to them. They've been very, very supportive just for this workshop in general, and then also Base all the time since the beginning, since Base was just an idea. I'm glad that we have lights on and off. This is a lot of fun. It's improv, right? But yeah, the Montgomerys are just terrific with their support of this workshop, Base in general, community programs that are like this, and their products sell themselves. But if you do get a chance, go across the river, try some things out. They do some great micro distilling across the river. It's good. I like it. Give them a hand. Give them one more hand, please. Couldn't do it without all of you here. We're going to now invite to the stage some of the members of the Base Showcase Workshop. Michael Beers, Jason Billiers, Maddie Holland, Olivia Kincaid, Viola McCarthy, and Kirsten Neihart. Please come on.
All right. Where's everybody? Oh, here we go. Here we go. They're coming. Now, you guys, is anyone here familiar with the game slideshow? Doesn't matter, because we're about to go on vacation. Now, Maddie's about to go on vacation with Michael Beers. Where is the spot that they go on vacation at? Keep yelling. Where? Indonesia. Well, I don't know if we know anything about Indonesia, but that's going to be a good time. And next up, can we get a relationship for these two gentlemen? Excuse me, a relationship with these two gentlemen? Okay, business partners. Business partners. Here we go.
All right, thank you for showing up tonight for our GoFundIt campaign. And we're actually looking at opening up a branch in Indonesia.
Yeah, it's our... We are representatives of C&G Limited, Cripple and Gimp. Cripple and Gimp Limited, right out of California.
I was fascinated by the fact that both of those words are politically correct in Indonesia. It really threw me for a loop the first time we tried to park. But let's go right into our sales meeting. And here's our first slide. Click.
Now you can see here, the people of Indonesia were really, really, really excited to greet us. Almost a little too excited, like they were waiting for us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say the word ambush. But it really was. It was really terrifying. I thought you got defensive really quickly.
Yeah,
Kicking the first person you saw was not.
Oh, that's funny.
Maybe the best PR move.
That's funny. I just get scared when things jump out at me and I lash out. I think I broke that poor woman's nose. I'm sorry. I will pay your medical bills.
Fortunately, at our company, we call that consumer development.
Yeah.
But things got better. Let's go to the next slide. Click.
Now, the first thing we did when we opened up the new branch was we inspected our new employees, sort of made sure they were up to snuff. There I am, inspecting a new employee who apparently had something behind his back. I didn't know what it was. It was some sort of pipe.
Yeah, I noticed the pipe, but I was too busy on the other side of you. I was shocked, because in the interview, he asked for days off. Again, cultural competency. I had no idea that was okay in Indonesia. I was always thought that was the opposite of what you wanted to do.
And one thing you need to know about businesses is you never want to try to hug the person you're interviewing. That's what I tried to do. I tried to give him a big old hug. That's what we like to do over here at C&G. Yeah. We like to welcome the employees in the warmest way possible.
No, we're definitely going to have to add a human resources department after this trip.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to our last slide. This was us getting back to the States. Click.
Now, the first thing that happened when we got off the plane from the States is we got stopped by a couple of traffic cops. And I don't know why. We were just taking our private jet down the freeway. And, it's not that big a deal. We only have like 6 cars.
Yeah, and here's me on the ground, yelling. You can't hear it in the picture. But me yelling at TSA because I was convinced it was only 2.5 ounces.
And,
but they had a difference of opinion.
And I was so scared by the whole experience. I don't like getting ambushed again. I kind of just sat there stupefied with my hand on the RPG I had bought.
I believe your exact words were, "Stop in the name of capitalism."
Before you break my heart.
Before you break my heart. Well, thank you for joining us today for our presentation. All right, and now next to the stage, our first stand-up comedy performance of the evening. A young man that I had the privilege of working with when he was in 8th grade at C.S. Porter. He came up to me and said, "I want to do stand-up comedy." And I immediately advised him to drop out of school. And we could have him in Vegas in 3 years. He stayed in school, but he's making his bass showcase debut tonight. Give it up to Maddie, everybody.
Hi guys. I know what you're thinking. Guy with a fedora must be really cool. I'm not at all insufferable. But all right, can we just stop the laughter for a second? I gotta get serious for a moment. Before I go on, I just want to say, I just want to address, I do have a disability. Excuse me, sir. I do have a disability. It is a bit of a struggle, but I have things to help me, and people help me along the way, so, yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I am nearsighted. Thank you for your support. And there's also this. There's also this chair, but I don't really count that. Helps me with the ladies. Said no one ever. But yeah, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 17 years old. I like long walks on the beach, figuratively speaking. Because we live in Montana, I don't know what you guys are doing. But enough with the throwaway bits. Let's get on to the real juice. So, a couple of years ago, I was just sitting in my room when my nephew, a little 7-year-old guy, real sweet, real nice. He's in the audience tonight, I believe, unless he's wandered off with a mic. So I was sitting there, and he comes up to me and says, "Uncle Matty, I got soccer starting in a few weeks, and I need someone to teach me how to run better than I already do." And I was happy. I said, "I would gladly offer my services as Missoula's finest running coach to my own flesh and blood." And so, we spent the next 3 hours training our hearts out in the art of track and field style running. And I was just pulling stuff out of my hat. I believe I told him to run like a vampire at one point. And I thought during the whole experience, okay, at some point he's going to realize that this is total bullcrap. Seeing as I am not Prefontaine, obviously. I don't have a mustache for it. And, I thought he would figure it out at some point, but he never said anything, so I figured I must have been just playing along or something. And so, cut to 3 or 4 weeks later, I was sitting in the living room watching TV, laughing to myself, because I knew his first game was today, and was that day. So I was just sitting there, and my family comes in, and they just got back from the game. He was still in his uniform, and I said, "What happened?" And my sister asked me, "Well, we lost. By the way, why weren't you at the game?" And I said, "Well, I don't like soccer. I'm an American." And so I said, "Why did you lose the game? King was doing so good." And she said, "Well, apparently someone told him to run like a vampire. And as he was going for the goal, he was swinging his arms wildly, and he missed the goal." And I'm going to be honest, I felt bad, but it was still pretty funny. And I still get crap for it today. Then he got me back a few weeks later when he got me a pair of running shoes for my birthday. And I'm going to close out with this. Always follow your dreams. I actually wanted to be a pole vaulter when I was young, but that dream died immediately. Seeing as, they frown upon use of chairs in pole vaulting. I don't know why. That's all for me. Thank you.
Yeah, keep it going from Matty, everybody. So unfortunately, this is not the last time you're going to be able to see Matty perform. Myself, John Howard, and the rest of Homegrown Comedy have taken him on as a mentee for his senior project from Big Sky High School. So he'll be performing at various times between now and graduation. And if he's this good now, I think we should stop working with him. One of us is gonna have to move. If you're this good and I'm this good, we'll work it out. But all right. Huh?
The mighty must fall.
The mighty must fall.
Good thing it's a
just
short
turned into
fall.
an intervention. Fantastic. Well, we're gonna have a sketch coming up for you here in a second.
I think he's right. I think you gotta fall right now. So that we can introduce the next topic. As you know, it's debate season. We love watching all the debates. And there's a couple of people you haven't gotten to see in the debates yet. Oh, good. Just hang out. Just hang out. Stay on the stage. It's a great point of view. That's the best. He's actually a wizard. It's true. One thing that you haven't seen in the debates is a couple of the people that I'm about to introduce to the stage. First off, going for the Vigilante Party candidate nomination, it's Batman. Give it up for Batman, please. That's right. We got him. He's in the showcase. Also, representing the Meta-Human Party, Superman. Coming up. All right, everybody. That's right. Batman versus Superman. Oh, people are already choosing sides. This is great. This is great. And as you know, we've got a lot of dwindling attention spans from the audiences. These debates have gone on for far too long, so we're going to keep this one short, about like 2-3 minutes. I would like to introduce, and please give a warm welcome to the moderator of this debate, Miss Lois Lane of the Daily Planet. Lois Lane, coming up right behind me. Oh, excuse me, Lois. You look lovely.
Thank you. From the Daily Planet to the Kingston Tribune to Presidential Caucus, I am thrilled to be here with what is sure to be a debate of heroic proportions. Batman, you won the coin toss. Let's hear your opening statement.
Thank you, Lois. Now, I know I'm not the candidate that America deserves, but I am the candidate that America needs. As I've shown in my home district of Gotham, that I am tough on crime. And I plan on to continue my crusade throughout the entire nation and eradicate crime once and for all, not only for us, but for our future generations.
Thank you, Batman. Superman, let's hear from you.
Thank you, Lois. First of all, sorry about the cape. My other one's in the dry cleaners, so I had to wear this lion hide, or whatever it is. But if elected, I plan on ridding the world of nuclear arms with my first 100 days, steering us towards clean solar energy like I use in my Fortress of Solitude by 2017, and bringing Aquaman and Wonder Woman together so we can reopen peace talks between the respective countries of Atlantis and Themyscira.
Thank you both. Let's move on to questions. This first one is for you, Superman. You recently outlined your plan for nuclear disarmament, which entails hurling the world's nuclear missiles into the sun. Don't you think this could potentially blow up the sun, or create radioactive solar flares that could result in the evolution of a nuclear man?
Well, Lois, I've studied this plan extensively, and I believe I can do it with minimal damage to the sun without creating this so-called nuclear man you speak of.
I got it.
Thank you. Batman, this next question is for you. How do you plan on fighting crime across the United States, seeing as the U.S. is substantially bigger than your local jurisdiction of Gotham City?
I plan on creating an army of Batbots, programmed with my skills to police the streets. You're kind of like RoboCop.
What about those good policemen and women out there? What, are they just going to give up their jobs to Robo-Americans? Huh?
Maybe.
Superman, what are your views on gun control?
Well, Lois, I believe guns can be a useful tool for self-protection if used right. I think we need mandatory background checks and stricter gun controls.
I myself have never used a gun.
Because you have no need for one. What about those who do not have your superior martial arts skills?
Oh, that's good, because I plan on training everyone on how to use a batarang and non-violent alternatives to guns, yeah.
Good luck with that.
There is a moderator for a purpose. Batman, we have recently learned that institutions for the criminally insane will be defunded across the nation, including Arkham Asylum in your district. How do you respond?
I believe right now that it is a mistake to defund Arkham. It would allow criminals like the Joker to go into regular prisons where it'd be easier for them to escape.
Oh yeah, unlike Arkham where they escape every month.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your extraterrestrial battles that you have that destroy Metropolis every other month?
Well, I plan on solving that problem, creating a force field around America that'll keep out all threats.
You go ahead with your stupid force field. But it is a bad idea to defund Arkham. This is where we need to keep the lunatics of the world locked away and hopefully rehabilitate them.
We have time for one final question before the viewers at home change the channel. Superman, your arch nemesis Lex Luthor has come out claiming that you are not American at all and were in fact born on the alien planet of Krypton. How do you respond to these accusations?
Well, Lois, I say these accusations are completely false. I'm a full-blooded American. Unfortunately, my birth certificate was lost in a tornado. But I assure you, Lex Luthor is just trying to set vicious rumors and should not be taken seriously. Much like my opponent, Batman, over there.
And there we have it. Thank you, Batman, Superman. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to tune in next week for our vice presidential debate between Robin and Hillary Clinton.
Give it up for the candidates. All right. Now, like we said earlier, everyone got to sample improv, stand-up comedy, poetry, and sketch writing. And that one was written by our very own Tim Miller, who was just in the sketch. He was Superman. Welcome up next to the stage, please, in that beautiful pink shirt, it's Joel Peden.
Welcome to the Bass Showcase, Missoula. You guys having fun? I gotta say, I'm scared to death. But I got a pep talk from my daughter this morning. We're riding in the car, and she says, Dad, she said, are you nervous about tonight? And I said, I'm petrified that nobody's gonna laugh. And she says, that's okay, Mom and I will be in the audience. She says, we'll laugh. We're used to not laughing at your jokes for 20 years. Family. Wow, those lights are bright, even for a blind guy. I really care about my wife. Not just because she's in the audience and she's my ride home tonight, but because I care about her. And, I turned 50 this year. And so I had my annual checkup. And as I was kind of feeling a little awkward at the end, as the doctor was taking off the rubber glove and cleaning the gel off his fingers, he asked if I had any other questions. And I said, Doc, I said, I'm kind of worried about my wife. I said, I think she's losing her hearing. And he says, what do you mean? I said, it's like she doesn't respond to me. I said, is there a way that I can check and see how bad it is? And he says, well, this is kind of a simple test, but what you do is you take about 5 feet behind the sink and put a little piece of tape, go another 5 feet, put another piece of tape, another 5 feet, put another piece of tape. And then one day when she's at the sink doing dishes, come up behind her and ask her a question and see how close you have to get to be able to hear how she responds. So I come home one afternoon and she's at the sink. I'm like, here's my chance. So I'm standing about 15 feet away and I say, honey, I said, what's for dinner tonight? No answer. I'm like, man, maybe she is losing her hearing. So I walk up to the next line, said, honey, what's for dinner tonight? Still no answer. I'm like, this is worse than I thought it was. So I walk up to the next line and I said, honey, what's for dinner tonight? And she whips around, she says, for the third time, chicken. Do we have any parents in the audience tonight? One thing I think every parent has in common when their children are about 3 or 4 years old, don't you guys agree you think your child is the smartest kid in the world? Right? Okay. But at some point, and you can usually remember the date, they do something that makes you rethink that. For me and my daughter, it was July 13th, about 9 o'clock in the morning. I remember it clearly. And a few days before that, right, nice summer day, the kids are out in the backyard, and she has an older brother, and, you know, one thing with brothers and sisters, you know, the younger one is always trying to get ahead and take advantage of the bigger one, right? Always trying to play catch up. And so I'm watching, and she sneaks up in the backyard with the hose as he's playing to squirt him with the hose, which is a great idea until, you know, he's 5 years older, and he grabs the hose and he kinks it, right? Kinks it in half like this, and stops the water, takes the hose away, and douses her, right? So now we fast forward to that Saturday morning when my dreams were crushed. And it's chore day at the Peden house, and my son's vacuuming, my daughter's dusting, my wife's gone someplace. And they're arguing, right? And after 10 minutes, I can't take it anymore, so I put down my beer, get out of the chair, walk into the family room, and that's when I see it. My daughter has this look on her face of bewilderment and confusion as she's standing there with the electrical cord for the vacuum, and she's got it in her hands, and she's squeezing it, and she just doesn't understand why the vacuum doesn't stop. Goodbye, Harvard. Hello, University of Montana. So this summer, two of my good friends, Mike and Tyler, come back from Burning Man. Anybody familiar with Burning Man? Okay. I've never been. I'd never heard of it before, right? And they're telling me about this wasted space in the desert that 70,000 people come together and they put together this city. And anybody's welcome as long as you can afford the $400 ticket to get through the gate. But once you're there, you know, everybody's accepted. You know, there's no judging of people. There's no buying of food. Everybody shares. You know, and it all starts with being greeted at that front gate. And as they're telling me about this, I'm thinking like, man, that sounds a lot like Walmart. Right? Think about it, right? You drive into the parking lot, and what's the first thing you see? You see a whole herd of campers parked in the parking lot. Right? You walk through the front gate, and there's a nice man in a uniform welcoming you and greeting you to Walmart, right? They've got low-cost food, right? Because they care about people. Everybody's welcome. It doesn't matter if you're the rich guy with the Porsche key fob or if you're the grandma who's counting out 72 pennies to make exact change in front of me in the checkout line. They both have a pharmacy, you know? Can you imagine the surprise at Burning Man 2016 when they pull up and they look at the big sign that says, "Welcome to Burning Man 2016, sponsored by Walmart." Thank you very much. I hope you guys like the rest of the show.
You know, I think our friend Joel Peen just had a really good idea. The Burn Walmart Festival.
Yeah.
That's not bad, right? All right, up next we've got another improv game. This one's called the Word Symphony, featuring the talents of Jason, Robert, Viola, Kirsten, Rain, and Maddie over here. We're going to have them all lined up. This one is called the Word Symphony. And the way the Word Symphony works is we're going to get words for each of these actors to say. They don't know what they are yet. Those need to be provided by you. And then we're going to do a whole symphony with just those words instead of instruments. So, can I get a word for... And let's scoot over so we're all in the light. Let's scoot all the way over here on the stage. Can I get a word first for Jason?
Seiler.
Seiler. All right, so he's going to say Seiler. That's your word. A word for Viola?
Marmalade.
Peach? Or peach? I think somebody said it. I think that's why I heard it. Word for Kirsten, please.
Nom, nom,
You're going to say nom, nom, nom. You think you got that? You can try it right now.
nom, nom, nom.
Perfect. She does know what word we're talking about. And a word for Robert. Giggity. Giggity. Nice. That's a great word. Can I get a word for rain, please?
Incandescent.
Incandescent. I like the variety. That's my favorite part of the words that we're getting so far. And a word for Maddie.
Booger.
Sugar?
No, booger.
Booger. It's a classy audience out there. You guys have been to the bar. That row has been to the bar. All right. So, to review everyone's word.
Seiler.
Nom, nom, nom.
Giggity.
Incandescent.
Booger.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the bass orchestra. Now, unfortunately, we've lost all of our instruments. Somehow they all fell in the Clark Fork River and floated all away. So, it will be a word symphony only. Silence, please. Giggity. 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 Giggity, giggity, giggity. Giggity, giggity, giggity. Giggity.
Nom. 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 Nom.
Incandescent. Incandescent. Incandescent.
Keep going. You're killing it so far with those knobs. The bass line. Nice work, Symphony. That's the best piece of music, classical music I've really heard in a long time. Next up, we have an original poem written by and performed by, come on up here, Olivia. Let's give a big hand. And she's strutting up like a poet, dude. Yeah, own it, girl. Walking through the aisles, that's that up-and-coming poet, Olivia K.
Yes, Olivia.
All right, here you are, my dear.
All right, how is everyone up there tonight? Hey, I have a poem here entitled Gratitude and Thankfulness. And it says, I am thankful for my family, spending time in loving acceptance, family fun wrapped up in a weekend for my birthday, playing games, catching up, sharing laughter in a breezy backyard tent, thankful for delicious food, moist, mouth-watering chicken my brother made in the grill, and biscuits and gravy smell like mom fixing long days into warm and cozy evenings. Interesting music, serenading, playing Cards Against Humanity. My brothers' loves are new sisters for me to know. Gratitude harmonizes with guitar tunes played by my brother and stepdad. We sing our own Stairway to Heaven. And heaven is feeling loved, appreciated, blessed, and appreciated as part of a caring family.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Written at the workshop. All right. Now, I want to preface this next sketch with, among the things that we did work on at bass, there were about 4 different disciplines. Dance was not one of them, so you just bear with us on this next one, all right? I'd like to bring my dancers out. Dancers, come on the stage. Nice. Oh, you can give me a hand. I mean, you can just applaud the outfits even. All right, dancers. All right, let's just start with a warm-up. Just gonna start warming up. We're gonna go high and then low. Yeah, no, make sure your shoes are tied this time, Tim. Yeah. Has anyone seen Kirsten? She's late again for the third time this week. Oh, there you are, and looking like a dancer. I might have known. Kirsten, why are you late?
I'm not sorry.
Well, that sounds like a dancer attitude. All right, let's just jump into it, please. Music. All right, just like we worked on, just like we've been working on for this last 7 weeks. All right, yep, that's it. We're starting out with points. Yep, and just keep pointing, Tim. Great. Right, side to side. Kirsten, what are you doing? This is not what I choreographed. If you want to improvise, do it on your own time. Watch the boys. Look at John. Look at what John's doing. It's beautiful. Just watch John if you get confused. Yep. Now we're going to the side. Left side. Right side. Left side. I'm talking from the audience perspective, of course. I'm not wrong. I'm just speaking from the audience. All right. Oh, yes. Some attitude. Let's see it in the face. Really own it with the face here. Yeah. Get into it. Work it, baby. Work it. That's it. All right. Nice. This is really lovely, too. Where can you find this? Bargain bin. Kirsten! Why don't you just sit in the back and watch the boys, okay? Watch the boys. Just watch the boys, okay? Yep, that's right. This isn't a chicken dance. We are transforming. We are evolving into beautiful butterflies, people! Beautiful butterflies! It's even better than a unicorn because butterflies actually do fly and they're real. That's it. Perfect. Oh, nice, Tim. Yeah, that's a great routine. Really back it over. Back it over. Oh, yeah. Around the world, Tim. Around the world. Sweetheart, that's really cute and all, but if you want to dance in my studio, you need to dance my steps. Go to lunch! I don't know how she expects me to win this Best Choreographer award if she's not even going to do my choreography. I just don't even get how that's going to happen. Oh, yeah. See, John? Let's see the face. Let me really see that face. Work it, John. Let me see the worth it face. Show me you're worth it, John. Show me you're worth it. That's it. Oh, yeah. Beautiful butterfly. Beautiful butterfly. Beautiful butterfly. Kirsten! What are you doing back here?
I won't ever give up, and I'll always be better than you!
Okay. You know what? If I can't make you do what we're doing, then I'll dance with you. I respect that, Kirsten. Let's dance together. Wow. That's actually really good. That's really a lot better than that. You know what? Everybody just do your own thing. John, do your own thing. Tim, what is that move? I've never